Hey guys, if you are looking for a system that is going to change the game for you when making content, filming videos, doing whatever it is that you're trying to do in the creative space, even photography, this right here is an absolute game changer. You've got to watch this unboxing video. Check it out. By the way, I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by SmallRig. I just really believe in what they have to offer in this space. So I hope you enjoy the video. Oh man, Build Expo 2025. I totally forgot about that. What an incredible time that was. I remember when I saw the SmallRig booth for the first time. As you can see, there's a lot of people there, and if you are a person with social anxiety like me, it's going to feel a little overwhelming. But I will say this, the entire expo was put together in an incredible format. I love that they had so many different speaking engagements going on, where you could go into different rooms and hear from different professionals in their field. And then they had the floor, which had all the amazing vendors and people just showing what they bring to the table for the creative market. And one of my favorite booths was the SmallRig booth. And the major reason I like the SmallRig booth is because I'm currently in the process of figuring out how to build my setup in a way that works for me. And while I was there, one of the people that works for them was incredibly helpful. Let me get hands-on with some of the equipment, and it helped me make the decision that I made today. So I just gotta say thank you to SmallRig for sending amazing staff that knew the equipment and helped someone like me who's new to this game pick out something that's going to work for what I'm trying to do. All right, here we go. Let's get to this unboxing. This is the SmallRig HawkLock quick release cage kit. This cage is going to be a game changer for me, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. Thank you for purchasing SmallRig's product. All right. Got your user manual. Wow, man, look at those schematics. Let's see. Oh, crazy. This is gonna be fun. So what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna do our unboxing here. We're gonna pull out each piece. Anybody else always afraid, like, I'm pulling like everything out all at once and looking like a complete knucklehead. Ooh, look at that. What I loved about this was this thumb trigger right here allows you to adjust this thing in different ways once it's on the cage. It's got a cold shoe mount, and I forget what size that is, but just the basic connector. Once again, I'm still new to this creative camera world, so there you go. So that's how you can adjust which way the handle goes. I got this for a twofold reason, and it's kind of funny, but I would like my wife to help me with some of the shoots here in the future, and so I thought by having a nice handle on the camera, she'd feel more comfortable kind of filming and doing some follow with some of the shots that I want to get done, because a lot of times I'm behind the camera and I'm in front of the camera, and so I was hoping to get, a piece of equipment that's going to help with both sides of that. And so there's the handle once again, and it's got that thumb part so that you can adjust it, but then it also has the HawkLock, which allows you to quick adjust it to get it to where you feel comfortable. So there's the handle, and this one comes with a bunch of accessories. So we'll go through each of those. This is a monitor mount. Now I'm not buying a brand new monitor. That's just not in my budget for right now. Is that the wrong button? Wrong button. There we go. But this monitor mount right here I'm going to show you my little setup, what I'm going to use. I have an old phone that I think will connect to my camera, so I'm going to use an old phone as my monitor. Little hack there if you haven't tried that yet, or if you didn't know about that. So let's continue unboxing. I'm not quite sure, but we'll go through what each of those pieces are here in a moment. There's the cage itself. SmallRig cage, HawkLock cage. This was a little bit pricier than I wanted to get, but wifey insisted on protecting my investment. So that's a little bit about why we went with this one as well. The quick connects and stuff like that are really what sold me on it. As someone who's predominantly shooting by myself and shooting myself in video, it just made sense. Now this is an HDMI cable holder. I've seen this one. You slide the cable through and then this holds the cable and keeps it from getting pinched and twisted and all jacked up. All right, so that's everything out of that box. This is the handle. This is the top handle. Yeah. So that's the SmallRig top handle. And they say, like, obviously once you first get it, it's a little bit, it's a little tight. But once it locks in, there's your top handle. Nice. Nice. So that's where your handle will go right there. I mean, you don't need too many instructions for getting that. But once again, that little thumb part, it allows you to just really be able to hold the camera steady. So that thumb piece right there, once again, allows you to, you know, depending on how you want to hold your camera, you know, it can allow you to adjust it in a way that works for you. And then you can also slide it up and down. Y'all, that is a game changer right there. To get that camera to the most comfortable position for what you're trying to do, that is a game changer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart real quick. And I'm actually going to have to change my setup here because I'm recording on two different cameras. I've got a up top type of shot of the cage. And I'm recording right here, kind of getting a frontal picture so that I had somebody in a past video, they said, man, you got to show your face more. So I'm going to show my face more. I have a creative group and we offer each other advice and counsel along the way. And so I'm going to take their advice. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this thing set up. And I'm going to try to do that on an overhead camera and get an overhead shot of getting it all set up and put together. All right, everybody, let's build this rig. Now, I know some of y'all are going, what tools are required for the job, man? Well, check underneath that handle. There is an Allen key waiting for you. Surely there's more tools involved, right? Of course there is. Look at that. They've got a little magnetized spot for this key for turning your mounting screw. Come on, y'all. This is so well thought through. So, let's put it together, shall we? I'm going to follow the directions the best that I can. We want to show you. You're just now getting this thing and you don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just do it. All right, here we go. Pretty simple. Now that I've removed the keys, now I have tools, right? Put your camera through. Of course, doing this on camera is a little bit nerve-wracking because you don't want to look like a dummy, but it's okay. It's not my first time or last time looking like a dummy, so let's get this thing seated in there real good. Real nice like. Grab our tool. Once again, this is serving multiple purposes for me. One of those being I can be rough with things every once in a while, and I would like for my camera to be a little further protected. So the cage helps with protecting the camera a little bit, and it also helps with, so we're going to put our handle over here. So here's our handle. It also helps with, you know, attaching accessories and things that we're going to utilize while creating our content, filming videos, you know, the works. Once again, it's a little tight in the beginning. There's some different tips out there as far as what you can do to loosen it up a little bit. But see, I love that. I love that that thumb grip right there allows you to adjust on the fly as you need it. That is next level right there, y'all. That is next level. Anybody who's been trying to film or take pictures or whatever, this also, man, it just seems like a steadier way of holding the camera. I can already tell just in general, I feel steadier holding the camera. Even if I tilt it just a little bit, it just feels better. Well, anyways, let's continue building out this rig. For now, we'll slide it all the way up so we can set it almost flush on the table. All right, so in your top handle. I said we were gonna use the directions, but it's so simple, y'all. It's literally like, oh, this goes on the top. That's got a little squeeze thing on there for the HawkLock. And then bam, that's in. That's ready to go. You're ready to film however you want to film. Once again, I do not have a monitor, but I have a way that I'm gonna be utilizing an old cell phone as a monitor, and hopefully that'll help anybody else out who's like, yo, I can't afford to be buying all this new equipment and get monitors and get all these things. This so far, like, this is pretty much built out. And once again, with that quick remove, if you don't need the top handle, you pull it off and you're ready to go. Y'all, you're ready to go at that point. Also, the way this mount works right here, if I wanted my monitor to the side, or if I wanted to set up another camera over here and have maybe a portrait, you know, I could actually put my Osmo Pocket 3 right there, and I could be running a rig where I could have a monitor. I can get another one of these clamps right here, this monitor clamp. I can get another one of these from their website, and I could be running, you know, a phone as a monitor, and then have a Pocket 3 over here getting, you know, portrait video for my socials. Or flip the camera around to me and have some BTS footage of me, you know, filming. I got my camera way out, and then the other camera's pointing back at me filming. Y'all, that's next level. That is absolutely next level when it comes to content creation and things that you want to be doing. Also, I mean, you could put something here. What would you put there? I don't know. I've seen all kinds of stuff where people have got battery rigs and they've got all kinds of things. I really like the idea of the top handle essentially being utilized to hold a monitor, you know, right here on the top. So I could have a monitor up there, and then I can have another camera even to the other side, and which would be, to be honest with you, another camera over here would even kind of feel like it balances out the weight a little bit, and it's not too heavy. This is not heavy at all. This thing is really solid, and it is not heavy at all. And so I don't necessarily have a need for the HDMI cord at this moment. I think this is more for people who would utilize a monitor that does the HDMI cord. But I think a cell phone that connects wirelessly is good enough for now for me. Maybe one day I'll go get a monitor, but right now that's not in my budget. That's not something, you know, I'm desiring to do. And so, man, just for right now, this setup is going to do everything I need it to do and then more. And then once again, if I needed to kind of break it down to a more simplified version, once again, it's tight. It's tight when you first get it, but I could literally pull all this stuff off quick, and I have pretty much just my camera with a little cage on it ready to go. Man, I'm so excited to utilize this. And I'm also going to probably invest in, a quick connect type of plate for here so that I can quick connect to my tripod, quick connect to a rolling setup that I'm going to be working on in the next few days, trying to get together. But y'all, this cage system is everything they said and more. I know it's kind of pricey, but if you're just now getting into the content creation space and you're a photographer and you're wanting to kind of step up and maybe have some behind the scenes footage, this cage is going to be incredible for that. Because once again, you slide that handle on, you could put a whole nother camera right there and you could have some behind the scenes footage. You could have it facing you, you could have it facing the audience, and it's you running around taking pictures and stuff, but it can give you that FPV type of look in a social media video. Y'all, this is worth every penny. Seriously, they thought through this thing. I love the magnetic tool on the bottom, so you don't lose the tool. You just slide it in and it magnetizes. This SmallRig cage is going to be a game changer for us and what we're trying to do. And I know my wife's going to really appreciate the handle when it comes to her helping me film stuff. She doesn't know she's doing that yet, so y'all don't tell her, okay? She's going to learn when she watches the video. No, I'm just kidding. This is the SmallRig HawkLock cage system. I have a link. I'll have a link to this camera cage system in my video. Y'all, if y'all will utilize that link, that would really help me out, because I am just trying to document some of this equipment that I'm going to be utilizing for our own personal brand. I'm not just buying camera equipment to buy camera equipment. I'm buying equipment that's going to work for what we're trying to do, the goals that we're setting, and the things that we're trying to do with our content. And so I'm researching things out super intently and making sure this is going to help us accomplish the purpose that we want to accomplish in what we're creating. So if you are interested in getting the SmallRig HawkLock release cage and cage kit, quick release cage and cage kit for the Sony Alpha 7 series cameras, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's good. It's already, I haven't even used it yet, and I can already tell you it's going to be worth it. So you will probably see this setup in some of my footage, especially my behind the scenes footage. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps you make your decision on what you want to do with your camera. But for me, this is a game changer, and it's going to be something that really helps us out. Also, we're going to be doing a new video soon unboxing this. This is how I'm going to utilize my cell phone as a monitor. And so I'm super stoked to set this part up. Because once again, that's what I was trying to tell you, is that you could set up so many different things off of this one cage system. If you're interested in one, use our link. That helps us keep growing, not only as content creators, but it prevents my wife from wanting to hurt me from spending too much money. Just kidding, but seriously. SmallRig HawkLock quick release cage and cage kit. Check it out in the comments or in the description, whatever it's called. Thanks for watching. I just realized that I never even said why we make content in the first place. The reason we are getting into the content space is because we have a lifestyle brand, Healthy and Holy. You've got to check it out. It is a Christian lifestyle brand. Now, I know you probably got that nasty taste in your mouth about Christians, okay? Let's just hit the brakes, okay? This is for people who this is for people who are genuinely trying to live out their faith. Those who are really trying to walk by faith and not by sight. Those who are trying to love their neighbor, every neighbor, no matter what lifestyle their neighbor is in. They are trying to walk out the truths of the gospel in their own life and preach the gospel to people who are far from it in a way that is pleasing and acceptable. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to change our standards. That doesn't mean we're going to change what we believe in, but we're going to do so with love and grace and mercy, knowing that everyone is at a different place in their walk. And a major part of this brand being in place, the reason we've launched this brand, the reason I have launched this brand is because I spent many years in church leadership, and I really struggled with how little the church actually cared about trying to help people in their everyday life. And I'm not just saying the church as in the church I worked at, I'm talking about the church in general, that most churches were more concerned about getting people in the seats and paying tithes than they were about getting in their lives. And that is not my heart. That is not my call. And so I want to create content, and I want to create videos that encourage people in a daily walk with Jesus, but then also help them to work on their health, help them to work on their finances, help them to work on spending time with their family and friends, and most importantly of all, making sure they're having fun while doing it. Because there is so much we have to endure in life, we might as well enjoy life as well. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that you are inspired to go create and go be a part of changing lives.